problem with the Chemtech Dragon is it's invisibility. Okay, now the way pro game especially used to work is if I'm behind in gold and my tier 1s are down, let's say if I'm blue side, and the enemy team wants to play for my tier 2s, what they do is they set up vision here, and they contest vision around here. You know, this kind of area of the map, these bushes are what you can test a lot. You get vision so you can move from mid to bot quite easily, right? And get the fast way to bot so you can match their fast way, right? This is basically how it works. Obviously, if you have to run like this to bot tier 2, then you've lost the game. The problem with the Chemtech Dragon is when the enemy team is ahead, you can't put defensive wards as the defending team. You can't put defensive wards and you can't fight in your own vision when they walk in because everyone is invisible. So if I push in mid-wave as the enemy team and I stand here in my invisibility, you can't do anything. You actually can't do shit. The only way to defend your own jungle is putting pinks in your own jungle, which is not healthy for the game whatsoever. It's really inefficient. It's bad spread of vision and it's easily cleared. And this happens on both sides. And what do you get when you're behind? Can you make a pick in this? No, you can't. You can't make a pick because the vision's too big to see each other, right? The Chemtech Dragon map is terrible for a losing team. It actually skews it a little bit, I would say. When your enemy team is ahead and they can push you into your tier 2s and they can just stand around here in visibility and you can't put defensive vision, it's so hard to play the game. Now, what tended to happen was something called the IG bush, right? Where, I mean, this IG bush meta started in Worlds 2018. So basically, this game was really important because it was like, to my best knowledge, this was a very kind of like a revolutionary game kind of for EU, for the West in general. Because what tends to happen is when you're behind in a game, you defend your own vision. You can see Fnatic doing it here. 2018 is when it started, defending your own vision when you're behind to actually make picks to come back. Now, what you would do is you would obviously set up pinks here, and then when they walk in, you punish them when they're trying to set up for a dragon or something, or they're trying to rotate into a bot tier 2. You stop them, right? And the enemy team, the only way they can rotate to the bot tier 2, look how IG's walking. They want to play for bot tier 2. The problem is, right, if I push in mid and I run like this, bot tier 2, and you catch the wave and run like this to bot tier 2, you can always be there at the same time as me. Always. You'll always be able to match me no matter what, so I can never take this bot tier 2, because you're always either faster or even on my pace, right? Your tempo is the same. So this is what IG started to learn. So what they needed to do was they needed to take this bush. This bush right here, they needed to take it. If you take this bush, what can you do? You can push the wave into here, and you can move down. And then you're faster. They can't match you. You can hit the bot tier 2. Or you can do this, right? Either way, it's much faster than having to go around, right? Or something like this. So basically, they tried to contest this bush. And this was a very important game, because this is where Fnatic kind of learned that defending your own vision is so important. Because IG is 3k gold up right now, and you take a fight in your own vision, a lot of the times, it's actually a good fight, because the enemy team overextends into your jungle. And this happens a lot throughout the game, where IG just keeps forcing in this bush, and Fnatic actually makes good fights out of it. Even though you're behind, this is actually like a fightable bush. If IG overextends, try and contest it. Where's another one? There's another example in this game, I think. Maybe it's when they have Nash. Yeah, again, they try to crack this bush, because this bush is so important to rotate in between tier 2s. Again, this is like 5-10 minutes later. Defend your own vision. Sit on your own vision, wait for them to walk up. When they walk up to contest, you fight them in your own vision. Why is this beneficial for your team? Well, basically what happens is if you're fighting here, enemy team cannot really get in to your carries. It's really hard to get onto your carries over here. Really hard to get onto your carries. Like 5-man Leona ult looks good, like engaging. Yes, you're a little bit split, but Fnatic can kite back so easily. And that's why defending your own vision was so important, right? This was a team game. Defend your own vision. Play around your own entrances. If they walk in, you can punish them. And if they don't walk in, then the game slows down. And that's very important. If the game slows down, you can wave clear more, and you can just chill, and you can just scale, we'll say, yeah? Because they're not accelerating the game. So a gold lead at 10 minutes of 3k versus a gold lead at 25 minutes of 3k becomes more relevant over time. So that's why defending your own vision was so important through bushes. The problem with the Chemtech Soul is it kills all bushes. So there's no bushes. You can't defend your own vision. You get spotted out before you get seen, but before you can do anything. If you're inside the Chemtech Soul dragon shit stealth fucking thing together. And if you're not, then the enemy team has it, and you can never face check them, ever. You've lost your jungle like this. You can't contest your own jungle. So losing your tier 2s and snowballing is a little bit easier. This was a big deal for teams who are losing. So now teams who are ahead, these souls are not, this soul map is not fair. It's not fair. They need to fix it. Because this is how teams come back. See? This is how teams actually make comebacks. And yes, you can say, well, there's objective bounties. Yeah, but how can I take this tier 1 if I cannot see anything here because the enemy team controls it? How can I do anything?